Hey guys! In this video, we are going to test the best large camping tent you can buy right now. I made this checklist based on my personal opinions and study time. And I've listed them based on the security and pricing features I've included for options for each type of consumer. So you can easily verify this best large camping tent for yourself or your family. We always try to provide customers with informative ideas so that they can easily verify any product. If you would like more information and would like to set an updated price on the products mentioned, be sure to check the links in the description below. Our first choice, the fourth and final of the Coleman tents on our list, the 8-person Red Canyon tent, is another outstanding value from Coleman. This is a true family tent with plenty of room inside to accommodate a large family, two smaller families, a decent-sized group of scouts, or a group of buddies just heading into the woods to relax after final exams. The shock-corded frame makes setup a snap, and the company's WeatherTech water resistance system ensures you'll be nice and dry when the weather turns south. If you're looking for an outstanding value in full-sized family tents, it's hard to beat the Coleman Red Canyon tent. Whether you actually want to try and fit 8 adults in here is pretty much irrelevant. The fact is the tent is large, has lots of headroom at the dome, can be divided into 3 separate rooms, and sets up and breaks down easy. Like most of Coleman's tents, the Red Canyon sports a sleek profile that will deflect the wind nicely, and the company's WeatherTech system that will keep everyone dry in all but the most extreme circumstances. The kind of product that restores your faith in the notion that there are still deals to be had out there, just like any of these practical truck bed tents. At number 2, another of Coleman's outstanding large tents, the 8-person instant tent is a more or less cubicle layout with copious screening for maximum airflow. The door is made for adults to walk through, and once inside you have the option of deploying a removable divider to create private spaces for kids or couples. At its loftiest, the instant tent is nearly 6.5 feet high, and there's space inside to easily accommodate a couple of queen-sized air mattresses. Another of Coleman's outstanding large tents, the 8-person instant tent, is a more or less cubicle layout with copious screening for maximum airflow. The door is made for adults to walk through, and once inside you have the option of deploying a removable divider to create private spaces for kids or couples. At its loftiest, the instant tent is nearly 6.5 feet high, and there's space inside to easily accommodate a couple of queen-sized air mattresses. For more amazing options like this, check out our guide to the best rooftop tents and pick the right one for your next trip. At number 3, the Core 9-person extended dome tent occupies a space somewhere between a bare-bones tent and a deluxe tent. It's a fairly standard rectangular design with a high, midpoint that tapers downward toward the ends. The rainfly is easy to set up and easy to remove in good weather, and the door is large enough that entrance and egress is not a chore. With a venting system that removes stale air quickly and efficiently, you'll never feel like you're suffocating in one of these tents, even when it's full. The Core Extended Dome tent is one of those tents that don't bowl you over with their design but do their job admirably and dependably. Unlike some other large tents, this one is actually easy to set up and take down, and the folded-up tent is easy to tote about. While we would have felt a little more comfortable if the rainfly were a bit larger, it didn't seem to cause any real problems. One of the biggest reasons this tent wound up in our top 3 is because you get surefire dependability, quality materials, and ease of use for a really attractive price. At number 4, the TNT Laredo GT 15-foot Sport Large Camping Tent is another of those tents that is deceptively big. It's also really effective at separating you from the elements when that's important, and letting you feel connected to your surroundings when the weather is fine. It stands up to all but the fiercest winds by way of its NanoFlex fiberglass poles that bend but don't break. Also, while the layout is basically a standard rectangle, the stylishly designed rainfly gives it a unique and appealing profile. TNT cut their teeth building tents intended for use in the Amazon rainforest. As such, you can imagine they might know a thing or two about rain protection as well as ventilation. The Laredo is indisputably one of the best all-around large tents on the market, and will serve you and your party well whether the weather is cooperating or not. The Laredo also meets CPAI 84 tent flammability standards and comes with a heavy-duty carrying bag for easy transport. At 10.2 feet by 15 feet, the Laredo is the size of a small living room, and once you're inside you can feel every one of the 150 square feet. At less than $200, it's also an excellent deal. At number 5, Coleman Tent have several entries on our best tents list, and for good reason. They make high-quality, dependable tents of all sizes. The Coleman WeatherMaster 10-person tent is a great example. It makes a big promise with its name, but it by and large keeps it by providing a safe, dry, stable environment even if the weather outside has taken a turn for the worse. It's a cavernous 6 feet 8 inches at center, so it will accommodate anyone in your party, and the dormer-style windows make for excellent cross-ventilation. Of the rectangular plan large tents on our list, this one is undoubtedly the largest total interior space. The lofty central area is a welcome feature for taller campers, and the hinged door is a feature we wish more large tents would adopt. The rainfly is generous and effective, although we wish it extended out just a wee bit more, especially around the doorway area. But that's a minor quibble when talking about one of the best large tents on the market. We need to reiterate that airflow through this tent is outstanding, so even if you have a full house, the atmosphere will always feel fresh and inviting. And as if all of the above wasn't enough, you can have this for about the price of dinner for two in a fancy restaurant.
We hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like on the video, and if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, have a nice day.